Hey, how y'all doing? Story time. So let me tell y'all what happened at work Friday. I meant to tell y'all this, but I don't know. It just kind of slipped my mind into something reminding me. But anywho, we had two patients that had to have glucose tolerance tests. And if you're familiar with that test, is a test that you have to take after we give you the glucose. So we had two patients who were doing it at the same time. My coworker took one, I took the other one. Now, my patient, when she came back for her 1 hour glucose test, um, she had some additional tests that need to be done. In order for me to avoid sticking her more than once, I decided to do everything all at once. And so I goes over to the side, put her orders in, try to release her orders, and she got really upset. Like I'm taking too long, and the test gonna be altered. What are you doing? She was yelling and everything, and before I know it, I was matching her energy, so to speak. And I was just kind of like, you know what? Let me not do this because I'm not about to lose my job, cursing this lady out. But I was so upset. She was like, "How come you can't do me?" So I'm telling her, I said, "So you wanted me to stick you more than once? She wanted me to stick her for her 1 hour, go process her other tests, and then do the other tests later." But I was just kind of like, no, I'm not about to do that. I'm gonna do this one time. And I went back and forth with her, and like I said, I'm getting upset because she's starting to say bad things to me and all that stuff, and I was really up. I was like, no, Janet, I'm not about. She said, you don't do my blood. I get somebody else to do it. And I was like, now I'm upset. I pulled. I put her samples down, put her paperwork down, and sat down. But my other coworker had another patient in her chest. She said, well, can she do it? Very nasty. And I just like, whatever. So we switched. She took care of my patient. I took care of her patient. And at this point, I was a little shaky and nervous and upset. I was just like, I am not in the mood for these Karens. But you know what? You can't steal my joy. You can't steal my joy. Look, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna be very professional at my job. You can't take that away from me. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Uh, how, how I could have handled it, I don't know. But I was trying my best to explain to her that her doctor ordered these tests after, and they needed to be done. She's an OB patient, so these certain tests that has to be done, and that's something she just wasn't hearing it. She wanted me to stick her multiple times. And I'm like, you had like, I think she had like 3 or 4 different extra tests that need to be orders, not just tests. It was a lot more tests. It was orders. But anyway, those of you who are in the healthcare profession, leave a comment below and let me know what y'all think about this. And hey, I'm going to still be me, child. It is what it is. Bye for now.